Pickle my gherkins and butter my crumpets. My name is Donato and I'm your host for today, where in today's video we'll be talking mainly about marathons, but also at the very end I'll be asking your opinion on half marathons. Yes, is it a good idea to do a half marathon race every weekend in September in preparation for a marathon? But the marathon in particular I'll be talking about is the NYC Marathon, a marathon like no other. And this weekend is 10 weeks to go to race day. So are you taking part in this year's New York City Marathon, which will be on the 2nd of November? Or are you thinking of taking part? Have you taken part in the past? Got some hints, tips to share with people? Well, that's what I'll be doing in this video, but also more importantly, because a lot of you have been wanting to know, what training have I been doing? Have I been doing any training? Well, that's what this video is going to cover, as well as all that lovely juicy stuff. So without further ado, let's get buttering those crumpets. Oh yes, beautiful people. Oh, you are all looking so delicious today. How in heaven's name did I get here? New York City Marathon, 10 weeks time. I said, for those of you who've been following my channel for a number of years, that I would stop doing marathons. I was going to do Berlin, and that was it, and then maybe do Tokyo to finish off my 6 stars, because Berlin last year was my 5th star. That's right, but my very first star was New York City Marathon back in 2017, and I've ran London a number of times, but also completed Chicago, Boston as well. That makes up the 5, yeah? Chicago, Boston, London, New York, Berlin. Yeah, 5 juicy ones. So in a way, why am I going back to New York? Because I said I was going to stop doing marathons. The body's really being punished. I'm 64. Can I take any more of this? But then something bizarre happened at Berlin, where I ran in a time of 3 hours and 7 minutes. And unbeknownst to me, there's the Abbott's World Championships in New York, and I'd qualified, so it would have been rude of me not to take part. So that's how I've got to this. Yeah, that's right. Oh yes, 10 weeks. Now why do I know it's 10 weeks? Because I had an email reminder telling me from New York Roadrunners, telling me that I have to select how to transport myself to the start, because New York goes through all 5 boroughs of New York City. Should I recite them all off? We start in Staten Island, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens and Manhattan. There you go. See, I've got all 5 boroughs. Wow, straight off memory, no notes, no nothing. Yeah, look, there's no notes there. And I have to say, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me, leave it in the comments, New York City, if you've done all the other majors, New York City is at another level. It is absolutely brilliant, but in the same way as being brilliant, it is utterly brutal. It is the toughest of all the ones I've done so far. I'm sure it'd be tougher than Tokyo. I've heard Tokyo's flat, even though I've not ran it. New York, yes, there's lots of bridges, shall we say, so it's hilly as interesting. So yeah, I had an absolutely brilliant time. It wasn't the best of weather, and it wasn't the best of preparations as well, coming out of injury 2017, but it was my first major, and one I'll remember forever and cherish forever. So I'm going back, really looking forward to doing this. If you've done it, let me know in the comments. What did you think? Are you taking part? You're looking forward to it? Let me know in the comments. But what training have I been doing so far, and how will the training continue running up to November? Pun intended, running up. The training, yes, the juicy training. Well, I've been feeling a bit fatigued through the summer, to be honest, especially some of the 100k bike rides. Been very tired, fatigued and recovering from those, but I've managed to do a number of 10k's. I don't think I've seen any improvement, but I have now changed the training and getting into full swing of marathon training, where if you saw my shorts from earlier in the week, where I now have added an extra run, so I'm doing 4 runs a week. You may recall with the run up to Newport, it was 3 runs a week, and that works really well, but I'm trying to take it up another level, and 4 is working for me right now. So I've added another one, shall we say. Yes, so the way the training has changed is I've taken out the speed work. No speed work, there's tempo work, but not the short, sharp, you know, speedy, snappy, speedy sessions. And I've added an extra easy run. Nearly said recovery run. Yeah, we know there's no such thing as a recovery run. Easy runs, yeah. So 2 easies, one sesh, mid-week sesh, and a long run. Yeah, that's basically my training. Really simple stuff. I can go into the details if you want me to in future videos, but it's not rocket science. Yep. For me, I want to train smart. I know there's people out there with gazillions of followers saying train hard, not smart. Yeah, yada yada. And I do appreciate some people out there like to pump out, you know, lots of miles a week, which is fantastic. But when we get to our age, yeah, or any age really, we do need to train smart. So 4 runs a week. Let's get into more of the details. As I was saying, 4 runs a week. Nothing snazzy, nothing fancy, but focusing on smart training, building up pace above marathon pace, and building up the endurance as we get along on those longer runs. Yep, for me, that's what works for me. What works for you? Let me know in the comments below. One thing that I do know that doesn't work, caveating, because I'm going to talk about doing half marathons every weekend that's coming up, yeah, is racing a half marathon or a 10k within a couple of weeks of your A race marathon. That's not a good idea. Yeah, you won't get to marathon at optimum fitness, optimum level and running it as your best. You'll probably put in a good effort, or you might even DNF, which would be really sad, but it won't be the best. Indeed, it's been a pretty packed summer. Yes, as well as doing the 100-kilometre bike rides, which have been quite fatiguing. I did go over to Canada for 12 days, which is fantastic, seeing family out there, staying with so many people and having a brilliant time, eating, drinking and being merry. I did get in some training, but I couldn't get in anywhere near the type of efforts that I needed to do for any other session. So it was predominantly easy runs, and you would have seen that park run. I think that was the only fast run I'd done in the 12 days. Yes, 21-minute park run in that heat and humidity and jet lagged, but absolutely brilliant. Going over to Niagara Falls, one of the wonders of the world. You really have to go there. It's absolutely amazing. Canada's amazing, the people are amazing. I had a great time, but it's good to be back home, yeah? When we're back home, getting back into the groove. And as you can see with me now, that the weather has changed. It's a lot cooler, it's not as humid. We come into the end of summer, we're gonna start in autumn. And yeah, this is when the meaty, juicy training will start. But as part of that training is, yeah, there's a number of half marathons I'll be doing in September. So my question to you, yes, we talked about not doing a half marathon race a couple of weeks out from your A race, but in September, which is plenty of time before, you know, November for the actual marathon. Every weekend, and I mean every weekend in September, I have a half marathon event booked, yeah, from the Great North Run to the Bourton-on-the-Water half marathon as well. Yeah, I think Cheltenham Run and Worcester City Run. So one every weekend. Now, is that a good idea as part of the training? Doing a half marathon event at each one? How will I use them? Well, that's what I will unfold through the coming weeks when I share with you how the training is going here. And yes, it's going to be different. It's going to be fruity. It's going to be smarty. Yeah. None of this hard stuff. Yeah, we don't do hard stuff because yeah, life is real here. This is a BS free zone as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, and that's why you guys keep coming back again and again, leaving the comments, because it is BS free zone. Yeah, no pain, no gain, yo, and all that. Where's your boats? Who's gonna carry the boats? Yeah, whatever. Let me know in the comments below. Half marathons every weekend. What should I do with them? Yeah, how are we going to progress? But you know what? I'm going to enjoy my training, have a good time, and whatever happens, whatever we do, whatever we are, yeah, it's always going to be buttering our crumpets and pickling our gherkins. Yes, because life's too short. Yeah, I mean, I'm 64. Coming to the latter stages of my life, I want to be enjoying every day. I want to be enjoying my training. It shouldn't be a grind. It shouldn't be a bind. If it is, find another hobby. Yeah, get away from running, find something else. But you know what? I'm here enjoying it. I'm loving it, and it's great meeting people like you. out in the real life, in the real world, and having a great time. Look forward to sharing with you in the next video, where let's see what happens over the next week or so, and we'll take you forward, onwards and upwards. Let's go, go, go. Bye, bye, bye. Oh yes, we have to do this addendum, don't we? Yeah. Now, as that guy whizzes by on his e-bike, I mean, really, come on. We can start a whole lecture on how paths should be used, you know, community paths with those fast e-bikes. Should they be on here? But anyway, no, that's not what the addendum was going to be. Yeah, the addendum is going to be thumbs up, subscribe, hit that alarm bell, because what I share on here is helping us get the most enjoyment out of our running. And also for those who want to do improve and get better, faster, quicker, and all that type of stuff, is training in the smartest and most optimum way. Yeah, because there's a plethora of YouTube channels out there. I see them almost every day now. Instagram, it's been going on for years, where people are doing things like, yeah, and sometimes we hope that we would learn from our own mistakes. Yeah, I like to learn from other people's mistakes, you know, and not make the same mistakes myself. Yeah, I don't know, is that a bit too smart, you know? But for some people, I don't think the penny's really dropping. You know, if there's no improvements, you're fatigued, you're getting injured regularly, something's not right. You need to change something, and that's what this channel's all about, is about change for positive, making positive change and having a great impact on our lives so that we can enjoy it and have the best lives ever. See you all soon. Bye bye.